Keep that in, please.
Yeah, keep it in.
Welcome to MCG Labs. Here are your hosts, Mario and Stephen G, with editor Noel. Enjoy the ride.
Welcome to another edition of MCG Labs. I'm your host, Mario.
I'm Stephen G.
I'm Noel. We're in the same spot we were last time.
What happened?
What's going on here?
Multiverse? I don't know.
Hey.
Anyway.
Well, anyway, we're going to watch the new Flash that comes out next week on Thursday. Yeah. We're so excited to see what's going to happen. Now, do you guys think it's probably going to start off from the beginning or the end of a story? Or is it going to go...
I feel like we're probably going to jump around a lot. I don't know, man.
I feel like we are. Just because, like, in the trailer, there was, like, so many different points it jumped off of.
Well, I like
I'm only watching the first trailer.
Yeah. I like
didn't watch any
that
of the
we
other ones.
see Zod. I'm like, okay, so we're going to go back to that. We're going to go back to the first Superman.
That's another thing. I'm like, so, obviously, he ran, you know, he has the ability, guys, if he runs at a certain point, you know, at his top speed, that he can actually time travel.
Yeah.
And so, I'm guessing he went back to the time where the whole, pretty much Man of Steel movie came about. Yeah. So I think at one point, Kal-El never showed up because why is Supergirl there?
Yeah, so he must have gone to like another universe or something. He did changed. Maybe if he saved his mom, then that for some reason made it to where Superman never like became Superman or something.
Now, since he's going through when he's running and he's going through all these universes, now do you think that he stops at this particular one and he sees the original Batman and then he sees, I guess, the new Supergirl? Is this the same time frame?
I think it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. You know what? I have a question of. I'm very, very happy to see Michael Keaton again. But is he going to be playing his Batman from when he was Batman? Or is he going to be playing Bruce Wayne's dad when he becomes Batman instead of Bruce? Because Bruce dies.
Thomas Wayne.
I'm like, is this Thomas or Bruce? Because they're not...
I think he's going to reprise his role as the original Batman from the 1980s because if it was a Flashpoint Paradox Batman, then he would have the different emblem, the red bat. So I think that's going to be different. But from what I can tell is that there was pictures that surfaced of him. You know, he was either at City Hall or something, and he's no longer Batman anymore. Just because he's just now fully Bruce Wayne. He gave up the Batman
yeah, he's
role.
also older. So.
Yeah, he got older. So I think he gave up for some reason the Batman. I guess Gotham didn't need him no more, or they shunned him for some reason.
Shunned.
Shunned.
They shunned him.
Shun the non-believer.
Shun the non-believer. Shun.
So I think Barry needs his help, obviously, and then that's when he, takes up the mantle again as Batman. And I think he's gonna die in this one. I mean,
he's old, so
yeah.
You know, it'd be so cool though if it happened. That maybe it's just a theory that just for a little bit, Nightwing pops up.
Yes.
And just helps them.
Nightwing or Batman Beyond. I'll take either one.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Like, hey, but he's just going to help out for just a little bit.
Yeah.
Because he has to do his own thing.
Yeah.
Or else he knows that because you know how Batman's always smart.
Yeah.
And he has his own theories.
Yeah.
Maybe Nightwing or whoever's going to, he's like, okay, I can only help you for so much, but I can't because it's going to alter something.
Yeah.
So I wonder if that would probably happen. That'd be really cool.
I would be excited to see Michelle Pfeiffer again. Not as Catwoman, obviously, but I'm like
Selena Kyle. Yeah, that would be really cool.
And if they were married or something, or they were...
Oh my gosh, dude.
That would be sick to see.
That would be sick. I would love to see that.
Because she never died in Batman Returns.
She never did.
She never died. She
never
came back,
did.
if you guys remember the Batman Returns.
That would be something.
Just to see her, like, her hair, like, how it was, like, like out, and then, she just...
Well, sorry, but, even James Gunn, and even all the superstars, like, Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
They saw it and they go, dude, you guys are going to be so amazing.
Tom Cruise was the first one to watch it.
Yeah, even Tom Cruise. Yeah, he saw it and he goes, dude, you guys can't wait to see this. So I'm excited to see.
So a lot's going to happen.
A lot.
You know what? I don't like Ezra, what's his face?
Ezra Miller
that much as a person, but he does play a really good Flash.
But I was reading somewhere, I was going to send it to you guys in the group chat, that the ending is gonna surprise all of us.
I think they're gonna just do Flash.
I think, you know what? I'm fingers crossed for Grant Gustin to be the
Yes.
Flash. I'm sorry, but Grant Gustin deserves to be the Flash after 9 years of the Flash on the CW.
I know.
He deserves it.
I remember when they made him a different Flash, I was like, why? You've got a perfectly fine one on the CW.
Yeah.
And it makes no sense to, like, you know, well, we got to recast. I go, guys,
No.
your Flash is right there. He's
Yeah.
done it for 9 years. Come on.
So you
His
think...
run is even better. He's not doing this whole...
So do you...
This thing.
Yeah.
You know, he's just...
Now, do you think Ezra Miller's probably going to stay in the timeline where his mom's alive?
I don't know, but I just hope he's gone.
Or actually he sacrifices himself and then you see the new Flash at the very
Sacrifice.
end?
Just do it.
Sacrifice! Or, like, they could just do the whole thing where, oh, I ran so fast and I changed my timeline and look, my face is different. So is my voice.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of funny. You just see, like, Grant Gustin's Flash. He's like, what am I doing here? He goes, I guess I'm going to do Flash now.
Finally.
But I just hope that the Supergirl stays
Yeah.
as Supergirl. She stays and she goes into the other unit. Well,
It would be kind of pointless for them just to put her in this movie
Yeah.
and then not have her in future roles.
Yeah.
Like, it would make no sense.
It
I'm like,
wouldn't.
no, like, why just give her just 15 minutes?
Because-
Make her a part of the new DCU.
yeah,
timeline.
because, you know, even in the new movies, well, the animated movies, you see Superman and Supergirl fight Brainiac and, you know, and all these other villains. And so I'm like, why not just keep her
Wet, you nasty
instead of
bird.
instead of her being a blonde? You know, they changed her as a brunette, which is great. Splash, splash.
Power of Christ compels you.
Yeah.
But I think, but it would be cool. Like, Mario has this theory that at the end of the movie, like either in the very end or in the post-credit scene, that Barry goes back to maybe his new timeline, you know, or back to his main timeline, and then there's a whole new type of Justice League there waiting for him.
Either that or that would, you know, that was a good theory. Or all of a sudden at the very end credit, like it has to be 2 post-credit scenes or maybe 3.
I still agree with your theory, Mario. I would like to see a new DCU, you know, Justice League.
Yeah, but wouldn't it be cool if they even introduced Lobo?
See, that's what I'm saying. The new DCU timeline, you know, they want Jason Momoa to be Lobo.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, if you're gonna do a new timeline, whatever, just swap them out. Be like, oh wait, weren't you? Never mind.
Yeah.
but you think that we'll see the new Superman, the new actor Tyler? What's his name?
No.
You think we'll see him, like a glimpse
Corn
of him?
Sweat.
Yeah.
Corn
Do you
Sweat, yeah.
think we'll see him?
I
can only imagine and hope.
I would like to see him. I would like to see him. Or he turns around, like at the very end, turns around and it's him. And we all think, oh, it's
Henry, wait.
it's Henry Cavill. No, it's not. Who's this guy? This is younger brother? Yeah, but I would like to see that. See Corn Sweat as far as for the new Superman. But yeah,
That'd be cool.
that would be cool.
Man, like, do you think they'd replace Gal Gadot or...
Who?
I can't say her name.
Gal Gadot?
Gatto, whatever.
Gal Gadot.
Hi.
Gal Gadot.
Have you heard of Gal Gadot?
Sounds like a
I
rap
can't
artist.
say names, people.
It's Gal Gadot.
Gal Gadot.
She's
You know what? I would
Donut.
love to see her. What if she popped up out of nowhere? Wouldn't it be neat?
For what?
And she has the power to go to any kind of universe and that.
Why would she have that power?
Because she's a god.
A goddess.
She can go
A
anywhere.
goddess.
Gosh.
She's a
A
goddess.
goddess.
Wouldn't that be funny? Where, like, you know how Supergirl's up in the plane or whatever, and all of a sudden you hear.
Watch the new Justice League. They're all just women.
Yeah.
Girls, they run the world.
I know,
Girls,
it's a
girls run the world.
Batwoman, you know, Green Lantern,
Yeah.
you know, that's a woman.
Yeah.
And then you hear singing like, because girls just want to have fun.
Oh, girls just wanna have. That's all I really want.
And then they do it in Spanish. Chicas quieren tener faja.
Represent.
Now, do you think that the Flashpoint paradox or the Flashpoint's going to be the same or somewhat the same, or they're going to be totally different from the movie Flash that we're going to see next week?
The animated
It
Flashpoint
was
paradox.
brutal, that was.
It was great. It was amazing. I don't think they could do it justice if they tried to copy it.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be the same. Obviously, yeah, like you said.
Yeah, it would not be the same. They couldn't do it justice. 'cause
No.
it's
So, like, I was
so
telling,
good.
I told Mario this, and, you know, in the Flashpoint paradox where it's, you know, Wonder Woman she pretty much beheads Mira.
Yeah.
See, now that wouldn't translate into live action. It could, but it wouldn't be to the same effect as the animated version of the movie did.
Kills Shazam when he's a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like, say your name, say it.
Yeah.
Shazam, stab.
Yeah.
So
I don't think James Gunn would probably do that.
No.
He's going to change.
But like, how much control did he have over Flash? Because he came into it while Flash was already in production.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know.
Maybe he just has maybe half.
Maybe half of it.
Maybe he came in kind of later and just supervised like the edits and stuff. I don't
He
know.
probably did that, yeah. But it's still going to be, like what Mario said, that reviews for it, is going to be good. So I don't know how. I think like 2.5 hours too.
I think it's.
Oh man, I gotta do 2.5 hours and 40x.
Something like that. Oh yeah.
I forgot.
My butt.
Yeah, we gotta bring our donuts.
Bring your donuts. Now, when the movie comes out, what's the most anticipated thing that you guys are waiting for to watch?
To see Michael Keaton's
I
his
know
first
Michael
appearance.
Keaton's my big thing too.
I mean, everyone's like, I want to see Ben Affleck. I said, I love Ben Affleck. He's the most comic book accurate Spider-Man. He's the most comic book Batman, but he's more comic accurate.
Now, do you think Ben Affleck is going to tell the Flash, this is how you got to go back?
I think in the trailer he warns him not to.
Yeah, because that's what it looks like he's doing in the trailer. He's kind of warning him.
He's like, I can do this. I can bring her back. He's
You
like,
mess with this.
He's like, yeah, but you mess with the timeline, you're gonna mess with a significant thing.
Yeah.
So he is going to see the yellow Flash?
Yeah, but he's gonna. That could be like towards the end. I want to say he can see the reverse Flash.
Wow, it's going to be
because a lot of people were saying that the other world Flash that he runs into, his other Barry Allen, becomes the reverse Flash. I go,
yeah,
maybe, but
I could see that. Or like he was always reverse Flash, but he was like undercover.
Yeah,
he's like, oh look, I am also a fellow Flash. I'm actually evil.
So do you think Ezra Miller's going to be the yellow Flash or the reverse Flash?
Ooh, if that would be a cool arc if he becomes reverse Flash.
He becomes
Grant
reverse
Gustin becomes the main Flash.
He becomes the main Flash.
I could see that.
Because
he's evil.
Yeah.
He's evil. See, guys, we have fun here.
We have fun here.
All something are lemons. It smells evil.
Oh, I see.
Evil.
Evil.
Oh, from Mermaid Man and Particle Boy.
Yeah, that's
guys,
what I was
some of you
talking
remember
about.
that reference.
That's
Come
what I was
on,
talking
y'all.
about. Evil.
Evil. Oh, quiet, you old
Yeah, y'all coot.
That was the maniacal laugh.
Maniacal laugh.
The reverse Flash.
So that would be a cool theory to see, Ezra Miller become the reverse Flash, and then Grant Gustin becomes the good Flash, the main Flash.
It'd be a cool story and a cool way to get rid of Ezra Miller.
Yeah, kill him off later.
Yeah, he's gone. Now, as far as for the new Flash that's coming out, so 2 post-credit scenes or 3?
I think 2.
7.
No, 2. I think 2. I think a post-credit scene and then a post-credit scene.
A post-credit scene. And it's gonna.
That'd be kind of cool, mid-credit. It just stops and then you just see whatever.
That'd be awesome. That would be really awesome.
That'd be cool. I'd be happy with that.
I'd be happy with that. So, guys, just remember next week, lots of spoilers.
Everybody dies.
Yes, everybody dies.
That's my official.
Yeah. Thanos is gonna come back. Infinity Stone.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, wrong universe.
Wrong universe.
That's.
Yeah, but I just can't wait for this new Flash. And I just hope that everybody says that they love it. It's the best thing out there. It's going to change everything. That James Gunn's doing an amazing job for the new DC. So
He's doing good so far.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
digging it.
that. So everybody go watch it. We're going to tell you what's going to happen. And there's going to be lots of spoilers because this lady right here.
She warns you in every
episode.
Guys.
I'm going to have a big ass
Yeah, Dorito.
spoiler.
Yeah.
Dorito. Oh.
Yeah, Dorito.
Hi, Dorito.
What's up, dude?
Yeah.
All right.
Take off your headphones right now. You don't want spoilers.
Like and subscribe. I'm your host, Mario, with another 2 hosts.
I'm Stephen G.
I'm Noelle.
MCG Labs.
Forever.
Anyway.
Hello. Thank you for choosing MCG Labs Season 2, Episode 1. We are sorry for the delay, but please enjoy our theory and review episode for The Flash. We hope you are enjoying the ride.
Hi guys, welcome to MCT Labs. I'm your host Noelle, and my co-host.
I'm Steven G. Hi guys.
Hi! We're without Mario today, but we're going to still include him in this video because we're going to merge the episode that we did of our theories to this one. So we're going to see how that turned out because we were wrong. So wrong.
So wrong. I don't think we're ever going to get these reviews right, guys. Our theories, I don't know. I don't think we'll ever get one right. So
we might eventually once the universe happens.
Hopefully with this new 52 universe, hopefully we get something right.
Anyway, where do you want to start off at?
Well, going into it, I was, obviously excited because not only are we going to see, the first movie of the DC universe, for The Flash, but also I was excited to see, past actors going into this movie. Michael Keaton, the Batman, of course, Ben Affleck, of course, and then, guys, there was a lot of cameos and a lot of so many things that happened that we're gonna dive into this video. So Noelle, start us off.
Okay, let's start from the beginning.
Yes.
Okay, so okay, I had a gripe with this. We were just talking about this.
You were
The CGI. Okay.
not the best.
No, it was not. And you'd think for this multi-million-dollar movie it'd be a lot better. But okay, so I'll say this for now to preface this. So when he's going back in time and stuff, the CGI is kind of cheesy, but I let that slide. I was like, maybe that's just how it looks when you're, treading the multiverse. But in the beginning, he has to save a bunch of people from this hospital, mainly babies and a dog and a nurse.
Yeah.
And the CGI, I will put pictures in. The CGI is just so bad. And he was a baby in a microwave. I was sitting there in the theater going, is this a comedy? Or wait, is this supposed to be funny? Or why are they going to kill babies?
Exactly. Like there was one scene where a scalpel is going pretty much towards a baby's head. I'm like,
it was
why
dark.
are they showing this? This is so weird. I'm like, we were cringe.
People were laughing and I'm sitting here I don't want to laugh at this.
I know, this is serious. I get it's fake, but I'm like, guys, don't joke about this on screen. This is weird. Don't do that. But, other than that, it just starts off, Barry months, maybe a few years after the events of Justice League.
I'm not sure. They didn't really...
they didn't really... See, that's another thing they didn't touch upon. Where does it take place after Justice League? How many years, months, what have you? But
yeah, and it must have been a while because they couldn't get a hold of a lot of the Justice League. They couldn't get a hold of Aquaman. They couldn't get a hold of Wonder Woman. They couldn't get a hold of Superman. Even though you see Superman flying on the TV, trying to save a town from a volcano. But, Barry Allen, I guess he's talking about how he is the cleanup crew, basically, for the Justice League whenever they get into their shenanigans. And, this point, he's specifically helping Batman. Alfred calls him.
Yeah.
And, do we tell them who you see when Batman's hanging off the bridge?
I think we should.
Yeah.
It's been a while, guys. We can talk about this. Spoiler alerts out the window. After 2 weeks, we're going to get 2 weeks. We can talk about this.
It's been 2 weeks, yeah. 3 weeks. Wonder Woman!
She shows up, guys. And I'm just finally, yes. And I don't know about you, but her and Bruce were having a little
oh my god,
chemistry going.
There was, but I love when she has the lasso on his wrist.
And he's telling the truth.
She's like, what, my ego's too big to thank you or something like that.
Yeah, then she just looks at him. And then Barry, being awkward that he is, he goes, I know sex. And I go, why? Just why?
Great.
I don't, why?
That scene made me laugh. I was like, dang.
I was laughing too. I'm just like, dude, you're so awkward. Stop.
Yeah. It was funny though. But yeah, then he goes into the multiverse. Okay, so this is how you kind of see his version of how he can change time and stuff. He's running really, really fast. Come on, you gotta do the little thing he does. Anyway, and he's basically running in place. I'll put a video in if I can find one. And this bowl, and there's a arena around him, kind of like an old Coliseum style.
Yeah.
And you see all the events of his life unfolding around him, and that's how you see his version of how he can change the past. And again, the CGI was pretty bad there, but I let that slide because I was like, oh, multiverse technology. I don't know. And then he talked to Batman, to Bruce, about time travel.
And he was saying that, I can go back and save my mom. And Bruce is like, well, yeah, you can, but then you're messing with time. You don't know what could happen after one event that you prevented, so it could unravel the multiverse.
Ooh, and also don't forget the key thing in this movie. Batman got him surveillance footage of the day his mom died.
Yeah.
And in the supermarket that his dad was shopping at, but his dad didn't look up at the camera.
That was the main thing. And
Yeah.
for me, like, okay, so I kept thinking that this was, you know, another piece of footage that could have been, you know, staged.
Yeah.
And then, guys, and this is what me and Noel were talking about too. And if you guys read the comics, you know how Barry Allen's mom died in any timeline, the Reverse Flash kills his
Yes,
mom.
that's the big plot point. Is the freaking Reverse Flash kills his mom. But in this movie,
they don't reveal it. I mean, I just wanted a name.
got hints at it. No.
Yeah, I think they revealed it later. I was telling Noel, they revealed it later on, like in a post, like, oh, well, how come we didn't see the Reverse Flash? And they go, well, no, his Reverse Flash killed his mom. So we're just like, okay, but it would have been nice to know that in the movie.
Exactly.
You want confirmation.
I kept waiting and waiting. The only thing they ever said was, oh, it was supposed to be like a home, like a robbery, but then they saw my mom and stabbed her. And it's like, okay, so later on they're going to reveal that it was Reverse Flash, or even make it to be like the Flash accidentally killed her or something.
But see, like, even in, like, I was waiting for like a post-credit or end-credit scene to be like, oh, Barry runs into like this red, you know, flash, or like this red, you know, lightning coming around, and it's the Reverse Flash with, you know, red eyes. I go, okay, that would be sick to see, but guys, we're not even, like, this is what they dropped the ball in this.
Yeah.
So many plots, there's so many points in the movie that they didn't touch on.
Yeah, as a big fan of Flashpoint Paradox, I was a little let down on that part. Moving forward, though.
Yeah, moving forward.
So what is it? He sees that creepy Flash, too, when he's going back in time.
And my thing about it was, I thought it was like Savitar because how fast this guy was going, or I thought it was Godspeed or somebody, you know, another speedster. But we'll get to that point later.
Yeah. Okay.
But what's so cool was that, you know, Barry's in the new timeline where his mom's alive.
Oh, yeah, because it was all about a can of tomatoes, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, a can of tomatoes, like... All his mom had to do was, like, get 2 cans of tomatoes, but she only got 1. She sent the dad to go get a can of tomatoes, which is why he'd be on the surveillance footage. She died in that time. So Barry goes back and puts a second can of tomatoes in her shopping cart.
Yeah. And after that, you know, they're having dinner and stuff like that. And they're like, oh, did you cut your hair? Because apparently in this world that he's in, that his Barry Allen has longer hair.
Well, he's also 18.
He's also 18. And then
compared to Ezra Miller's 30.
And this is before he got his powers. So this is like years, obviously, before. So he runs into his own younger version of Barry, telling him that, wait, you haven't got your speed yet, you know, so... And then he's like, what day is it? And he tells him the day. He's like, this is the day you actually get your powers.
Yeah.
And so I think that part was cool.
Yeah, he basically took him to the place he was working at the time and forced him to get electrocuted. And it was pretty funny, actually. He lost a tooth. It was very great. But in doing so, our Barry Allen accidentally loses his powers.
But yet the younger version
got him. And he's 18 years old. So he's like, yeah, running amok. He burns his clothes off. A lot of stuff happens. That part was pretty funny.
That part was pretty funny.
What was it? My favorite part when they're talking about Back to the Future and they keep saying a different name.
Oh, yeah. So guys, funny thing, if you guys don't know, or if you guys do know, that there was a version of Back to the Future that they shot before Michael J. Fox got the role, that they started with Eric Stoltz.
Yeah, Eric Stoltz, thank you.
Now, that was supposed to be, Eric Stoltz was supposed to be the main star of Back to the Future, but for some reason, I don't remember why he got out of the movie, and then Michael J. Fox took over. But in this world, Eric Stoltz, Michael J. Fox didn't take the role. He probably took another role, and now Eric Stoltz is now the official person, Marty McFly, you know, which is pretty weird. I'm like, wait, that's. I was telling Noelle in the theater, I'm like, dude, I know that reference, and she's like, what?
I know. I was like, why are they talking about Eric Stoltz?
And yeah, that part was pretty funny to me because I'm like, oh, dude, I remember the test footage of Eric Stoltz being Marty McFly with his dad. And I'm like, that kind of makes sense, but then it doesn't. But I'm like, whatever, it's that new timeline.
Yeah, I thought it was funny. And what was it, like Top Gun was Kevin Bacon or something now?
Yeah, and so I'm like, wait, so does Tom Cruise, is he in, you know, in Footloose or something? What the hell's going on?
It was great. It was so funny. Everything was just mixed up because of the timeline. And they went to go see, he was looking up at one point all the Justice League members. And Cyborg didn't become Cyborg yet. There's no mention of Wonder Woman. They only found Aquaman's dad, which was played by Boba Fett.
Yeah.
They only found his dad, and then finally he at least finds Bruce. So they go to find Bruce Wayne.
And they're at the old school Bruce Wayne Manor, which
All the
is pretty
creepy
cool.
statues and everything in there.
Yeah.
Oh, it's great.
It was just like reliving Tim Burton's, first two movies, Batman and Batman Returns. And it gives off that vibe. You're just like, okay, this is creepy. What's going on? And they're going through the mansion trying to find somebody, but no one's around. It's dirty. It feels like nobody's lived there for years. So they go to the basement or the cellar, and Barry's like, I need food because I'm hungry. And, he needs so much. Yeah, he needs so many carbs and so much food throughout the day that because his speed relies on it. All of his energy. So guys, we see someone come out of the cupboard, just all white, long hair, and we don't know who it is, but you can tell. It's and he starts.
You know who it's gonna be.
Yeah, and then he just starts fighting with both Barrys. I'm like, this guy's whipping ass. And then there's something happens where you think he slips on something.
Oh no, yeah. Sorry. Okay, remember our Flash has lost his powers.
Yeah.
So the younger Flash is going foo foo, dodging everything, and everything he dodges is like getting basically tossed back at our Barry, and he's like ah.
It's the funniest scene.
It's pretty great.
But then, when you see this mystery man just pull his hair away, and you see it's Michael Keaton. Like that, and it's Michael Keaton, and we're like, yeah, dude, our audience went nuts when we saw him.
He did a good, I know.
Get to that later. That's not what you think it is, but
he did a good job explaining like the multiverse thing too, because in in the Marvel universe, the multiverse is like you make a branch timeline. Your timeline is fine, but you make another timeline that like goes wonky and crazy. In the DCU, their version of the multiverse is you basically sit on two separate paths. So like this was your original timeline, and then you changed one thing, and then it did this.
Branches off.
But it also changed the past. Even it didn't change like the moment you changed it. It changed the past as well.
Yeah.
So it's crazy.
And then I like how he just goes, and this is what we're left with, and it's a big pile of noodles, like all just highways of of the multiverse just colliding with each other.
Yeah.
And he's like, so this is what you've done, and you can't undo it because it's too late. Once you cause the Nexus event, this is what happens.
Nexus event.
So, at this point, they want Bruce's help, but he's reluctant because he doesn't want to do it no more. He's done being the Batman.
Yeah, basically he says nope and walks away.
Yeah, he's done.
That's when Barry's like, F it, and then he knows how to get to the Batcave. So he like basically finds like a hidden book and like opens the thing to the Batcave.
And guys, it is so cool.
Oh wait, no, they go down that hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't find like the levers. They just went out to like the property and just went whoop, and dropped down.
It is so cool because I was freaking out because they started playing the original Batman Danny Elf theme for the Batman.
Yes,
it was so
awesome.
cool. And then the younger Barry just pulls this tarp away. He's like, what's this? And it's the Batmobile, the original Batmobile, you guys. It was so cool.
It was nice.
And they're going through all this stuff. Barry's trying to figure all this out and pretty much how to find their Superman. And at this point,
Barry can't find Jack.
He can't find nothing, which is, and then he sees that there's a camera that's recording him, and he knows Bruce is watching him, and he's just telling him, "Well, look, it would help if you would help us. You can go back. Just help us. You can be who you once were, this great, hero." And so, it's so cool because then.
He shaves his head.
He pretty much shaves. He just the old school.
Oh yeah, because he had a beard too.
Yeah.
He looked kind of homeless.
Disheveled.
Disheveled is a nice way of saying it. I said homeless, but whatever.
Well, it's whatever.
But he shaves. He comes back down. He's like, "Here's what you were looking for."
And it's so cool because then
it's with the Russia.
He just goes and just puts on his classic bat suit, and it's funny because the younger Barry goes, "You are," and then if you've seen the trailer, he's like,
"Yeah,
I'm Batman." I go, and at this point, it's so cool because then now they're on, I forgot what it's called. It's like the Bat Flyer, but it's just like the plane, the Bat plane.
Yeah.
And they're going to Russia.
The Bat plane.
The Bat plane. Let's just call it the Bat plane. And it's so cool because then you just see I just keep looking at Michael Keaton because guys, it's the Batman.
I love Michael Keaton so
awesome.
much. He is not to age myself, but he is my Batman. Christian Bale is the second best, but he is my Batman.
It's not even though I pretend it's him, but guys, there's a big fight scene, and then guys, Batman just
kicks butt. Because they have to go to Russia to save Batman, to save Superman. But spoiler alert, it's not Superman.
It's Supergirl.
Oh.
And so, guys, it's so cool because then you just see like this woman, you know, this person that's been captive for so long that you can pretty much see her bones because she's so malnourished and everything. And so the minute they bring this woman out into the sun, that she regains her powers, and you get to see like her skin just like go back.
By the way, we forgot to mention this whole thing's happening because they got to defeat Zod.
Yes, so,
Zod's here.
Rewind. So because of what Barry did, Zod came back, and now there's no Superman, and he's trying to find him. There's no Clark Kent. There's nothing.
Yeah, this is why we're looking for Supergirl. Anyway, well, Superman, but now we found Supergirl. Anyway, she kicks butt.
Guys, that was probably the most awesome scene because she just lets loose. Where Superman, I feel like Superman would be like, oh, just like knock them unconscious, with the finger flick. No, guys, she's throwing them into the ground. She's tossing them hundreds of yards away, guys. It is so sick. And Batman's doing his thing. Batman's whooping butt.
Batman was pretty awesome.
It was pretty sick.
Oh man, I mean, I'm just so happy to see Michael Keaton again. That made me so happy.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It was nice to see Ben Affleck because he's the most comic accurate Batman. But guys, it was so cool just to see Michael Keaton take up his mantle again.
My childhood.
But what's also cool is to know that just as they're preparing to go into this big battle with Zod, that you can feel that someone's not going to make it back. You just know it. Something's going to be off.
Several someones.
And there's a big fight scene. The younger Barry that he's just a lot is being asked of him because of his powers.
Yeah.
And so now our Barry, the one that changed the timeline, has to get his powers back because he knows that this Barry can't do it all alone. So they devise a plan where they need to get his speed back. The Speed Force is still inside him, but it's broken. He can't access his powers. So the only way they can do that is to recreate the accident that gave him his powers. And to do that, it's in the Bat Cave. So all the chemicals that were infused in him during the accident and the lightning strike, they recreated it. They strap him pretty much to like what looks like an electric chair. And dude, that was so cool. And they put him pretty much like a bat rod. Everything's a bat. Everything's bat related.
This bat banana. This bat phone.
This bat phone. This bat watch.
These bat keys.
Don't touch.
Hey.
But they say
beat you up.
So anyway, Mario. They successfully pretty much zap him, and he's not healing. Yeah. That was, I thought they killed him at that point.
Oh, me too. I was like, yes, that's how they get rid of Ezra. Full.
Yeah.
And the movie.
They do it again. They do it, what, 3 times?
No, they did it that one time. It didn't work, and then Supergirl came.
Yeah.
And took her up. Took him up to the sky.
And that part was sick because I'm like, okay, he's dead, and then it pans to like his chest and whatever, and he's starting to heal from the burn marks from the lightning strike. I'm like, oh, finally he gets his speed back. So the younger version of Barry pretty much recreates a whole new Flash suit off an old Batman suit.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
That was pretty
funny.
Spray
paints it and everything. Can't move his neck.
Yeah, he can't. If he moves his neck, the mask just moves.
Yeah.
Which is pretty funny.
That was funny.
And let's just talk about that whole fight scene.
Jeez Louise. So like...
that big battle, man.
So, they're fighting all of Zod's men, and everyone's getting their butt handed to them. Supergirl's holding her own, Batman's holding their own, the Barrys are holding their own, and then out of nowhere, Supergirl gets impaled. She's dead. Michael Keaton flies his bat plane into them. He's dead. And then the Barrys are like, what do? We lost everyone. They go back in time, rewind everything. But that's when they realize they can't save anyone. Because
it's a Nexus event that has to happen. Mm-hmm. That no matter how many times they try to change everything, it has to happen eventually. And guys, it's at this point that the younger version of Barry will not let go of the fact that he wants to save everybody, but he knows he can't. Yeah. Even the older Barry knows that what he's done, it can't be changed.
Yeah.
History has to.
He goes back over and over and over again, trying. Even like our Barry stays in the little like Coliseum Bowl thing that they are in when they turn back time.
Or something?
Yeah, But the young Barry keeps going back and back, and he keeps coming back more disheveled, more broken, more stabbed, more wounded. And then that's when we start to realize he was that evil entity from the beginning.
That was pretty much trying to warn him.
Yeah.
And pushed him out of, like, the time where he was supposed to go save his mom, but pushed him back only a day, which was the whole baby hospital scene.
Yeah.
That part was weird.
That was weird. No, it was really weird. But yeah, so that we found out that he's gone back hundreds of thousands of times trying to fix it, and he just can't do it. And then this is when the cool part happens.
So this is the point where, guys, because he's going back so many times over and over trying to save, that it's the multiverse is starting to collide on itself. So guys, I'm gonna say one part, because this is the one part that made me so happy to see, is that we see different versions of, different versions of Superman. Now, guys, I know what you're thinking. So the first person that we end up seeing is Superman, Christopher Reeve. Guys, and then guess who's right next to him? Helen Slater. That was so cool, because then...
Wait, didn't we see the even older version of Superman too?
Which was like the
1940s one?
Yeah, it was the old classic Superman. Yeah. And then, guys, we get to see another version of the Flash, which was Jay Garrick, which is pretty cool. And I was kind of hoping to see the 90s version TV show of the Flash, and then Grant Gustin. I
wanted to see. He deserved to be in this movie.
I was praying for Grant Gustin to come in.
As soon as I saw all these multiverses like colliding, I was like, I even told him, I was like, we're gonna see Grant Gustin. We're gonna see Grant Gustin.
So guys, I'm gonna hand it over to Noelle, because this is her favorite version of Superman. So go ahead, Noelle.
They showed Nicolas Cage as Superman. He finally got it, because if you don't know, Nicolas Cage is a huge Superman fan. Also, he was supposed to be in a Tim Burton Superman movie, I think in like 93.
Superman Reborn or something, I don't know.
It got scrapped. He had long hair, weird suit. It looked weird, but like I was down for it. But he is such a huge Superman fan. He's always wanted to be Superman. His son's name was Kal-El. He loves Superman. And he finally, it was like CG him, but he finally got to be in it. And he's battling a giant spider, which I found out is because Kevin Smith was asked to write a script for Superman back then too. I think it was the same movie. And the guy was like, okay, but at the end he has to be fighting a giant spider. I was like, okay, whatever, cool. So he was fighting a giant spider, and it was just freaking perfect.
But it was so cool just because, like,
I was so happy for him.
Well, you just see like heat vision, and then you just see as it turns down, it's Nick Cage, and like, guys, his suit was so cool.
It was. I was so happy for Nick Cage. He deserves this.
Like a lot of opportunities where I kind of wanted to see, like Tom Welling's Smallville Superman. I wanted to see, even Henry Cavill if he make a cameo.
I wanted to see what's his face from the show Lois and Clark.
Dean Cain?
Dean Cain. I want to see Dean Cain. Remember, I thought it was him at first.
That's what
I was like, is it Dean Cain? I was like, oh wait, no.
Because I just remember seeing like Christopher Reeve's belt buckle. I go, that's Christopher Reeve Superman. And then sure enough, Helen Slater, Supergirl, was right next to him.
That was cool.
Me and Mario were freaking out. I was fangirling hard.
That was really cool.
I was like, Noelle, it's Christopher Reeve.
I think that part saved the whole movie, honestly. It did. Like, it was a good movie, but that part saved everything. That and Michael Keaton. Those were the saviors of this movie.
So it's at this point, guys, that Barry, the younger version of Barry that's been stuck in the same time loop trying to save everybody, decides that he knows that he can't save. He can't save not only his mom, but not Batman or Supergirl.
He's got to go back and fix his timeline.
Yeah. So he ends up going back and fixing it. And
but
go ahead.
Oh, okay. Thank you. He puts that can of tomatoes that he put into the cart back, but he puts it on the top shelf. So his dad has to look up at the camera and grab that tomato can.
But guys, that scene where he's pretty much saying goodbye to his mom, that was such a tearjerk emotion. It was emotional.
I cried.
Because he has to let go of his mom as much as he wants to keep her.
Do you think she knew that was him? Because she acted like it. Or at least she kind of figured. She had a feeling because she was looking at him like she recognized him.
I think she did. I think he, obviously he came to peace with that.
Yeah.
But
I feel like she couldn't explain it, but.
So guys, this is the part where it gets really weird, because I know I was freaked out when we were just watching it, because then Barry's leaving the courthouse. He's feeling good because now his dad's a free man and all this stuff. And then, guys, he gets a call from Bruce Wayne, and we're just like, all right, okay, cool. Ben Affleck is like, I think it's Ben Affleck.
We all think it's Ben Affleck.
He's like, oh, like, where you at? He's like, oh, I'm in front of the courthouse. He's like, well, I'll be there right now. He's like, I want to, pretty much congratulate you and your dad on being a free man and all. And as, guys, this nice big black car, it just comes out of nowhere.
Everyone's like, Bruce,
yeah,
with the
guys,
paparazzi.
We're excited. We're like, all right, cool. Guys.
It is the man with the most charm in Hollywood.
It's Bat Nipples.
Oh my gosh.
Guys, George Clooney came back. Jesus. I mean, I'm just saying.
Okay, he wasn't the best Batman at all. Not by a long shot. He was a good Bruce Wayne. I'll give him that. Yes. He is charmed for
guys,
days.
Even now, if when you guys watch the movie,
he
if you guys
suave
haven't
and
watched
debonair.
it, no, guys, yeah, even as old man Bruce Wayne, he still holds up as a Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, he's
and it was pretty cool
Bruce
because
Wayne.
I started laughing, and I think our whole audience was like, "What?" And I'm like, and then I just told Noelle, like, right, I just like as loud as I just shout it, but I'm just like, done. Okay. This movie just went down a notch.
So at first I was upset. I was like, oh, God, why did we get stuck with this Bruce Wayne? But then I thought about it, and I messaged Steven later. His Robin was Dick Grayson. Do you know who Dick Grayson becomes? Mother Truckin' Nightwing. I think we're gonna get Nightwing in one of the next movies.
And we were talking about possibility of like a Red Hood, and guys, we both agree. Like we kind of hope it's him, Jensen Ackles.
I would love that
because not only has he done the Red Hood voiceover in it's one of the
I think it's just the Red Hood.
Yeah, it's just the
Batman under the Red Hood.
Under the Red Hood. But guys, he also did a cosplay in real life as Nightwing, as Red Hood. Guys, and it makes more sense.
I want to see him as Nightwing because I want Jensen Ackles in the DCU. That would make me like the DCU better. Are you listening, James Gunn?
Yes, please do it. But all three of us, Mario, he's not here to talk about it, but we all talked about it, guys. It would be funny if Chris O'Donnell, the Robin, comes back and he's like a Nightwing or he's something. I'm just like,
I don't even care what Samurai. I just want Nightwing.
But it'd be funny, like, if you
Nightwing.
see Chris O'Donnell take on the mantle as Batman if Bruce can't.
That'd be tight.
If he can't do it no more for some reason.
I don't know. I'm also holding out hope for a Batman Beyond.
Guys, that's another thing. Terry McGinnis, man. Guys, in the comments, please, if you think there should be a live-action Batman Beyond, because I think there could be a lot of potential for that.
Yes.
And I don't know. I mean, overall, the movie was good. I give it 6.5, 7.
Yeah, you're generous. I give it like a 5. What saved it for me was Michael Keaton.
You stole the movie.
He did. And seeing Nick Cage finally be Superman. That's what did it for me.
I think what gives it that 7 for me is because we get to see the multiverse.
That was pretty tight.
Guys, I was geeking out when I saw Christopher Reeve. Guys, he's my Superman. I'm sorry. Close to Henry Cavill.
No,
and
he's
then
my
Tom
Superman
Welling.
too.
But guys,
he's
the first
mine,
Batman movie. Come on. The first Superman movie.
I grew up with those Superman movies. Those are my favorite. My grandma was a really big comic book person, and like she showed me all of it. And Superman was my Superman as well.
But everyone's like, Part 3 wasn't the best, or Part 4. But guys,
I mean, it wasn't.
Christopher Reeve is the Superman. I mean, come on. I mean, like I said, we talked about the multiverse. Will we like to have seen Grant Gustin? Yes. Would we like to see Tom Welling Superman? Yes. We like to see all the CW Superman, the Flashes, and past Flash. Guys, but it is what it is. But there was a lot of, routes they could have taken, but they chose this route.
Yeah.
But it made sense to a point, minus the CGI, like we talked about in the beginning.
That's that CGI, man.
Like, you can tell it was weird. But I'm like, overall, it was still a good movie. It's not doing so well in the box office.
I'm not even a huge DCU fan, and I enjoyed it. We saw it on 40X, by the way.
God. It was fun to see it in 40X, though.
It was.
It made the experience that much more fun.
It did.
So, guys, with that, we're going to close out this episode. But it was pretty cool just to talk about it, give our review about it. And, guys, like I said, go, like, share, and subscribe. Guys, in the comments, tell us what was your favorite part of The Flash. And I know some people won't watch it because of the whole Ezra Miller situation. But, guys, that aside, we put that aside because we had to go watch this movie for a good reason, and we had to come back and report it. It was still a good movie, though.
Yeah.
Would I go watch it a second time? Not in theaters. I mean, I would probably
I'll stream it at home.
I'll stream it.
Yeah, I'll stream it.
I'll just buy it if it came out like a steelbook edition. I'd buy it if the steelbook was that cool. But I don't know, guys. But with that being said, Mario, wish you were here. But we know you're a very busy man. So, guys, thank you so much for joining us here on MCG Labs. This obviously I'm Stephen G.
And Noel, hi.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thank you for joining us at MCG Labs. We hope to see you again soon. Goodbye.